Hey there, youth family. I thought this might be a little more pleasant of a way to do our parents' meeting versus making you guys come back or stay late after church or something. So, if you would, just take a few minutes to watch this with your student, go over it with them, make sure that they don't have any questions and they understand what we're going to be doing this weekend. And then, if you have any follow up questions, give me a call, give me a text or an email, however you want to reach out, and we will make sure those are answered. So, I guess before we talk about camp, let me tell you a little bit about what our theme is this year. So, our theme is to abide in Christ. It's out of a theme verse in 1 John 2:28, and this is what it says. It says, "Now, little children, abide in him, so that when he appears, we may have confidence and not shrink away from him in shame at his coming." And so we're going to be talking about abiding in Christ, about knowing him, about walking with him, and finding our identity in Christ. And so we've got a great speaker coming in, just like last year. We have North Greenville University's band coming in to lead worship, and they are phenomenal. So we're excited about that. They're a new addition to camp this year. And it's just all around going to be a great time. Noah and I are going to lead breakout sessions with the students. They will get to experience and make friends with some new Christian students in the area and maybe meet up with some old friends from last year. And just looking forward to a good time all around. So a couple of things just to hit on. Friday, we are hoping to meet around 4 and leave as soon as possible from the church. We'll be taking the church bus. I mentioned in the email and just want to mention again that I will have some waivers for you to sign from the camp. There's a paintball one and then just a general camp waiver that they have us to sign. So I have those printed out and some pins at a table there for y'all. And students, they might want to eat snacks before they come, or they may want to have some snacks to take with them on the bus. It'll probably be around 7:30 before we have dinner. They're picking it up at a local substation near camp. One of the drivers from the other church is going to do that for us. So if you could, have $10 separate for their dinner that night. I know I said to bring $20, 10 for the ride up and 10 for back. But if that $10 could be separate, we're going to be paying Merle's Inlet for our portions of the subs that night. The only rule as far as snacks on the bus is we do say they need to be, have some kind of cap on them. So a bottle that has a screw-on cap or a reusable bottle, just nothing that's like a can that you can't close once you've opened it back up. It just keeps the bus from getting sticky and nasty and smelly, and we all appreciate it. As far as behavioral expectations, our students, everyone that's going, they've been with us for a while. They know how they're expected to behave, but just as a few things to highlight, we do expect students to obey and to respect their leaders. This year we're going to do something a little different as far as the freedom they have. High school students are going to be allowed to roam around a little bit more. So in their groups of 2 or 3, high school students can go off as long as they have let one of the chaperones know what they're doing, and specifically the chaperones from our church. And so we just ask that they kind of keep in check with us during free time, where they're going, what they're doing. Middle school students will be staying with their chaperone unless their chaperone gives them permission to go off. So that would be the middle school boys would be staying with myself, the middle school girls with Hope. And that just ensures that our middle schoolers are where they need to be, when they need to be, and just have a little more supervision. So we plan to be with them, and we're going to be out doing all the activities and the fun things, so they will not miss out anything by being with the chaperones. And that's going to be the same rule that First Baptist has with their students. We follow, if anything should come up, I just want to remind parents and students of how we handle things, and of course it may vary a little bit depending on the severity of the bad action, but generally we try to follow a 3-step system. The first time is just a warning to the student. Hey, what you said or what you did or whatever, that's not right. Need you to behave better. It's just a verbal warning. Second time, it'll be a sit down with both chaperones, kind of explaining it more in depth, asking them to remedy whatever the situation may be. And then that will also have a follow-up with a parent, letting them know what's going on with their student so that they can reinforce whatever needs to be enforced. Then the third would be to ask the parent to come pick up the student if they continue on after 3 times and are not remedying their behavior. I don't expect that to happen. I don't expect that out of any of our students, and never had anything like that. But just do want the students to understand that they are expected to be respectful and to behave well, and there are consequences to bad actions. I guess the only other thing to mention is we have a pretty late lights out. It'll be at 11 o'clock every night. We play hard, we worship hard, we kind of go all day during camp. So we do expect the students to be respectful at nighttime after lights out. So they don't need to be disturbing their fellow students, and they don't need to be disturbing their chaperones. So as a reminder, with all of our camps, we have a pretty strict no pranks and no prank item policies. So just leave all of that behind. As far as the free time goes, Saturday after lunch, pretty much from lunch to dinner, we have free time and activities and games planned. So we will do, once again, a couple of hours of team building games and exercises. The students had a lot of fun with this last year. It's something that the camp puts on and they do a great job of. So we'll be doing that again. And then after that is the 2-3 hour period where all of the games and the recreational activities are going to be happening. So this is the time that paintball, art by the lake, and then some of the games at the hub, which is a big outdoor recreation center they have, will all be going on. So for the ones that are doing art, everything is provided for you. Hope and I have gotten all of the material together. Hope will be doing a step-by-step, so there's nothing you need to bring if you're doing art. If you're doing paintball, I just want to remind you that while paintball is fun and safe, they do hurt and they will leave bruises. So I encourage the students to wear long pants, maybe layer up a little bit if they can, wear something like a hoodie, and then of course the camp, it provides a full seal face mask that protects the eyes and the head. So it's a lot of fun, but it's a lot more fun if you bring a few extra things for protective equipment, and gloves. Gloves are a good idea too. It doesn't feel good to get hit on the knuckles. So I think that is all I wanted to hit on that I maybe haven't mentioned in an email, or just to reinforce what I've mentioned in emails. We are looking forward to a great time together. If I think of anything else, I'll send it out in emails or text this week. But just looking forward to a good time of deep discipleship and worship and fellowship and fun. And I have a big expectations of what God's going to do. So I'm already in prayer that students that are attending, their faith will be grown, that we'll see students come to faith, come to a saving relationship with Jesus. And I just ask that you as the parents also be praying for us for safe travels, for a good time together, for a fruitful weekend. So we're looking forward to it. Once again, just reach out if you have any other questions. I did include a packing list and a cell phone policy in the email, so make sure your student's familiar with those. And like I said, any questions, just reach out. Talk to y'all soon.